Chiefs Kingdom, what just happened in Sao Paulo? The Kansas City Chiefs kicked off their 2025 season with a gut-wrenching 27-21 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in the NFL's first ever game in Brazil. But is this a stumble or a setup for another epic Patrick Mahomes-led comeback? After falling short in Super Bowl LAX last February against the Eagles, the Chiefs were hungry for a three-peat chase, but travel woes, injuries, and defensive lapses turned Week 1 into a meltdown. Can Mahomes' magic and Andy Reid's genius turn this around before facing Philly again? I'm your name, your go-to for all things Chiefs, and today we're breaking down the game, the latest news, and what it means for the road ahead. From YouTube's massive sponsorship to Hollywood Brown's return and those nagging secondary questions, we've got the full scoop. Stick around for analysis, predictions, and your chance to sound off. Let's dive in and keep the kingdom strong. Alright, Chiefs Kingdom, let's round up the latest buzz surrounding our boys in red. Week 1 is in the books, and while the result stings, there's plenty to unpack from pre-game hype to post-game realities. We'll back it all up with credible sources and add my fired up takes because, hey, this is Chiefs Kingdom, we don't back down. First off, shout out to YouTube for stepping up as the presenting sponsor for the Chiefs' 2025 kickoff campaign. This partnership made the Brazil game accessible worldwide, streaming live for free on YouTube, drawing millions of viewers to the international spectacle at Corinthians Arena. The game kicked off at 8 p.m. on September 5th, with local broadcasts on KSHB 41 in KC and commentary from Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner. YouTube's involvement isn't just about views. It's amplifying the NFL's global reach, and for Chiefs fans, it meant no blackouts or paywalls. As reported by the official Chiefs website, this collab highlights the team's star power in expanding the league's footprint. I'm pumped. More eyes on Mahomes means more kingdom converts. Shifting to press conferences, offensive coordinator Matt Nagy couldn't stop raving about Patrick Mahomes. In a pre-game session, Nagy called Mahomes a leader in every way on the field, in the locker room, and in the community. He praised Mahomes' film study and ability to dissect defenses like the Chargers. Post-game, Andy Reid echoed this, noting Mahomes' effort to rally the team despite the loss. Mahomes finished with over 300 yards passing, including a 37-yard touchdown bomb to Travis Kelce that recaptured their peak form. But Nagy's words ring true. Mahomes looked frazzled early but turned beast mode in the second half, even leveling a DB on a run to fire up the squad. Folks, this guy is not just a QB. He's the heart of the Chiefs, my take. He's already plotting revenge. On the injury front, wide receiver Hollywood Brown declared himself 100% recovered from last season's shoulder issue, and boy, did he show it. Brown hauled in 10 catches for 99 yards, including a massive deep ball from Mahomes late in the game that echoed vintage Tyreek Hill plays. He admitted to a drop or two, but his speed stretched the field, opening lanes for others. Pre-game, Brown told reporters he was ready to light it up, and despite the loss, he proved he's a key weapon. Enthusiastic commentary here. Hollywood's back, and with Rashee Rice sidelined for the first 6 weeks, he's the spark the offense needs. Watch out, AFC. Analysts had mixed takes pre-game, and they're doubling down now. Simulations from sites like Dimers.com ran 10,000 scenarios, some projecting the Chiefs missing the playoffs due to secondary woes. The unit ranked 18th in pass defense last year, allowing 218.8 yards per game. Lingering questions persist. Can they contain elite QBs like Justin Herbert, who torched them for 318 yards and 3 TDs? Quentin Johnston had 2 scores, and Keenan Allen looked rejuvenated. Post-game, ESPN highlighted the defense's inconsistency, noting zone coverage breakdowns. My enthusiastic spin? Doubters fuel the fire. Remember, the Chiefs have 9 straight AFC West titles. This loss? A wake-up call, not a death knell. Preseason previews tease potential stars like rookie defensive lineman Omar Norman-Lott, who impressed with his motor and QB pressure in drills. Media sessions featured Andy Reid touting the team's prep, Chris Jones hyping the D-line, and Isaiah Pacheco promising a ground game punch. Norman-Lott saw action in Brazil, contributing to run stops. Chargers averaged just 3.2 yards per carry, but the pass rush faltered without blitz. Players like George Karlaftis had solid get-offs but faced uncalled holds. Enthusiastically, I say Norman Lott's a bright spot. His energy could bolster a line that needs more besides Chris Jones, who is dominant but fatigued from high snaps. Now, the elephant in the room, the game itself. The Chiefs traveled long and came up empty, losing 27-21 in a thriller. Early miscues like receivers colliding and Xavier Worthy exiting with a shoulder injury updates pending MRI back in KC threw off sync. Mahomes put the team on his back, connecting deep to Kels and Brown, but drops, penalties looking at you, Jawan Taylor, and defensive lapses doomed them. The secondary struggled in zone, with Jamari Connor, Jaden Hicks, and Jalen Watson inconsistent, missing Justin Reed hurt big time. Offense abandoned the run early, despite Pacheco's efforts. Frustrations boiled over, with sideline spats like Chris Jones and Drew Tranquil arguing. Travel logistics? A factor, long bus rides and jet lag, as the Chargers chose this matchup for advantage. But credit LA, Herbert was near perfect, and they outplayed KC in all phases. Half full glass, lost by one score on a road game against a hot Chargers team playing their best. Juju Smith-Schuster shown going 5 for 5 on targets as a possession guy, stepping into Rice's role. O-line was middling, with Creed Humphrey's bad snap uncharacteristic. Special teams? Harrison Butker missed a key kick that could have shifted momentum. Chiefs Kingdom, this roundup shows a team with talent but needing polish. Stay tuned for more. Time for the deep dive, Chiefs Kingdom. We've got the news, now let's analyze implications and predict what's next. This Brazil loss exposes cracks, but also highlights strengths. Let's break it down with hypotheticals, fan polls, and my bold takes. First, those secondary issues. The unit got ripped in zone coverage, allowing Herbert to feast with 318 yards and 3 TDs. Without Justin Reed, rookies like Hicks were exposed on switch releases against vets like Allen. Watson's inconsistencies and McDuffie's off-night hurt. Implications? Against mobile QBs or deep threats, this could lead to shootouts, straining the offense. But with Nazeed Johnson returning soon, rotation tweaks could solidify it. Hypothetical. If Spags dials up more man coverage and blitz, does the pass rush, which failed without them, improve? Fan poll alert, comment below. Will the secondary rebound by week 4, or is it a season-long worry? I predict yes. Experience will gel, holding foes under 250 pass yards average. Hollywood Brown's impact? Huge. His 10-by-99 line stretched defenses, forcing safeties deep and opening underneath for Kels 4 targets, 1 big TD and Pacheco. With Worthy out, shoulder MRI pending, Brown's chemistry with Mahomes shown on that late deep ball. Implications: offense ranked 15th in scoring last year. Brown's speed could bump it top 10, especially sans Rice. But drops and sync issues early? Blame travel or game 1 rust. Hypothetical. If Brown stays healthy, does he hit 1,200 yards? Absolutely, my prediction. He leads in receiving, boosting red zone efficiency. Why are the Chiefs still favorites despite playoff mispredictions? History: 15-2 last season, 6-0 ATS versus Chargers since 2022. Mahomes 3,200 plus yards / 27 TDs in 12 games against them. Lost by 1 score and a C- effort while Chargers played A game without key linemen. D-line held run to 3.2 YPC. Jones was beastly. Offense aired it out as fans wanted, but abandoned run mistake. Implications: short week versus Eagles, physical, hard fought. Reed must fix mental prep. Travel fatigue real, but Chargers faced it too. Positive kernels: Juju's reliability 5-by-5 targets, Norman Lott's pressure. Build on that for diversity. Fan interaction: imagine no Worthy for weeks. Does Thornton 44 snaps expand his route tree, or do they elevate McCole Hardman? Poll: who's the breakout WR sans Worthy / Rice, Brown, Juju, or Thornton? Your takes below. Predictions: Chiefs rebound versus Eagles, 31-24 win. Mahomes 350 plus yards. Defense gets 2 turnovers plus 6 margin last year. Secondary Titans. Run game revives Pacheco 100 plus. Despite doubters, 13-4 record, AFC West champs. Why? Mahomes instigates fire. That DB leveling run was a statement. Kingdom, this loss is fuel 3-peat chase on. Chiefs Kingdom, you're the real MVPs. After this Brazil heartbreaker, we need your voices. Do you think the Chiefs will make the playoffs in 2025, or are secondary woes too deep? Can they shake the travel curse and dominate the Eagles next? And what's your take on Xavier Worthy's injury, minor setback, or major concern? Drop comments below. Playoff bound, yes/no. Encourage debates. Who's at fault for the meltdown? Defense, O-line penalties, or logistics? More, will Hollywood Brown eclipse 1,000 yards? Is Juju the unsung hero? Hypothetical. If Mahomes runs over more DBs, does it spark a win streak? Share game day rituals, lucky jerseys? Brazil watch parties? We might feature you next. Hit the poll, biggest fix needed, secondary run game or mental prep? Vote and comment, let's make this the loudest discussion on YouTube. Chiefs Kingdom rise up, on-screen polls and comment icons. Wrapping up Chiefs Kingdom, from YouTube's sponsorship and Nagy's Mahomes praise to Brown's return, secondary questions, and Norman Lott's promise, this update covers it all. The 27-21 Brazil loss hurts, but positives like Mahomes' fire, Juju's reliability, and defensive run stops give hope. Implications? Fix the secondary, leverage Brown, stay favorites. Predictions, rebound win versus Eagles. Tease, next video, full Eagles preview, Worthy injury update, film breakdowns. Don't miss it. If this fired you up, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and share with Kingdom fam. Comment your takes, we read them all. I'm Chiefs News Official, go Chiefs! End with Chiefs chant audio logo fade.